there is proof beyond a reasonable doubt that police, corrupted police, involved in framing an innocent person for murder. All I'm guilty of is trying to save my own life. I have no trial date. I have no expectation of getting a trial date because there is no file. DPP only uses the magistrate's file. He does not use any attorney's files, whether it is on his side or on my side, the accused or the defense side. He uses only the magistrate's file, however it gone missing. All I managed to get was an extract. So right now my case in limbo. It's 13 years now. My matter in limbo. I cannot sue the state. All my attorney could do now is write the DPP to find out what will take place with this matter. What is the next step? And the DPP was written again last year by my now attorney and has yet to reply. Now what I find is appalling is I cannot sue the state. I cannot look forward to a trial. My file's missing because I've been up and down in the Port of Spain Magistrate Court for some years, well, trying to locate this file to find out if it went to the DPP, if it went to a high court, but there is no record of the file even, and they cannot find the file. This is since 2015 when I received an extract. The file disappeared. So I want to know what should I do next? We really living in a failed state. I give up. I don't know. This is my last resort here because getting gag everywhere. We really in a failed state. Because the matter ain't finished, I cannot go to a media house. Because the matter ain't finished, I cannot sue the state. Because the matter ain't finished, I cannot go on with my life. So we really in a failed state. 13 years now. 13 years. 13 years. 13 years. I watch these officers stab up a body 28 times. And I get a charge for murder for it. And 13 years is too long. 13 years is too long to be suffering like this. No furtherance of the matter. No files. The files just unaccounted for. No court date. I just sit down here. 13 years. 13 years is too long. 13 years is too long. We really in a failed state. We really in a failed state. Because this could never be good enough. If they have where I run for help, police complaints, professional standards board, ombudsman, media, and I just getting gag. What to do? 13 years. This is how we supposed to live as citizens in this country. This is how we supposed to. This is what we expect for justice. I watch 3 police officers from Homicide South stab up a body 28 times. I get charged with murder for it, and then that is it. Everybody sit down on their hand. I end up losing the child in Shoguna's station cell when Warren did not come to keep me in the prison. I had Mr. Corday, they didn't come for me. And I end up passing out the baby in the Shoguna's police station cell full of pieces in a hole in the ground. In 2008, I was charged for murder by the DPP in conjunction with the Homicide Bureau South. A relative of mine, under the influence of alcohol and drugs, attacked me at my home. I was pregnant at the time. I was living alone. Nearly killed me. I get damage in my head with a lucette, and other weapons was used on me. I called the Couva police. I was living in Couva at the time. I called the Couva police. I called 999. I called the Couva CID. However, they said they had no vehicles, so they could not come. And because they had no vehicles, the ambulance could not be present at a crime scene also, because the ambulance must be accompanied by the police. Both me and the deceased that attacked me was alive while I was calling the police and trying to fend for my life, trying to run around the house and think to save myself. A friend of mine by the name of George Ramdani was also present. He has a vehicle. He took us to the hospital because he wanted to carry me alone, because he didn't want to carry the deceased, because the deceased had damaged his vehicle as well while he was attacking me. Dent up the doors and things by kicking it. When we reached in the hospital, they took him on a gurney and they came to see the DMO in the Couva Hospital, which is the district medical officer. And the district medical officer had examined him first. He died while at the hospital from a puncture wound between 2 to 3 centimeters. There was no chop wounds, no stab wounds on the body. The blade was a serrated edge blade, meaning a jagged edge blade, which was over 12 inches long, with the tip being narrow and the bottom coming down to the handle was broad. That is the blade that he get punctured with, that he stabbed me in my right breast with, that he was going to stab me with to kill me. I managed to get it away from him during the attack, and moving it hand to hand from him to trying to get it from him. As he was over me on the banister, he ended up getting a puncture wound over his heart, which ended up severing an artery to the heart and caused the blood to start to spray because of the amount of alcohol, and then the way he was beating me too had the blood hot. The doctor, which is the district medical officer in Couva, examined him first and made a report in my presence. 2 to 3 centimeters, puncture wound, no chop wound, no stab wound. He drew a line at the end of the statement and he signed his name and everything on the document. However, 3 homicide officers came in to the hospital, saw me sitting on a chair waiting to go into the doctor, and they took me. I saw them over the body before they took me, and they was talking amongst themselves. 3 homicide officers, they were young. I didn't say anything because that is a job. They took me and they took the body, they put the body in a panel van, and they put me and the driver of the vehicle, George Ramdani, in a 4x4 van. They drive back to my home in Couva, parked up. They went and turned and parked up facing the outward direction of the street because it's a dead-end street. And they took my keys from me. By that time they had us in hazmat suit in the back seat of the 4x4 van. They took my keys and they both the 2 homicide officers in the 4x4 van and the panel van driver came out between the 2 vehicles in front of the gate and was talking amongst themselves. They proceeded to inside my house, open the gate, open the door, take the knife off the front step, the top treader by the door, wrap it in gazette paper, and came back out, the 3 of them, talk amongst themselves again. I watch one of them open the back of the panel van. 2 of the other homicide officers went in on the 2 sides of the body. They took off a white sheet-like material off of the body, and they stabbed the body over about 28 times in my presence. After 3-4 in the morning, just before daybreak, they turned the body over on its back and stabbed it again. Yes, Nigel Pilgrim come and ask to represent me for true legal aid. I accepted. And the 3rd visit at the prison, to get information from me, I asked him if I could trust him, because I was really, really scared. And he said yes. I gave him the hospital card of the deceased body to get the correct death certificate before the added injuries was added by the homicide in my presence, and he took it. When he did come back, he told me that yes, he got the medical and I am telling him the truth. On the other hand, the forensics report stated that the other injuries that was added to the body after death was done before death. It was covered up to look like if I did it, and I did not do it. The forensic experts supposed to put that those 28 stab wounds was put after death on the certificate, but that was never done. I remained in the prison for 5.5 years. I wasn't involved in any criminal activity. I was gainfully employed. I believe that they did this because at the time there was a lot of clamor for murder cases to be solved in 2008. I believe that is the reason to show that they're solving murders or that they solve a murder. However, I am suffering because of it now. And I need a resolution to this. Crime is crime in any area, in any avenue. It is still crime. Wrong is wrong. Don't do this to people. Stop taking people's lives away from them. My children go put out a mother. It was hard. They was in jail with me too. Your children has been in jail with you too. Because they miss you. Because you're not there for them. So please, all your anybody, the DPP, the Law Association, the Commissioner of Police, whosoever could investigate this. Get the lawyers who was involved talking. Please, all you do something about this. Take these corrupt officers and them out of the system. Take the corrupt pathologists out of the system. Please. It's hard. And I just want a closure. I want closure. I really need closure. I want closure so that I can be able to get a job. I want closure so that I can be able to live a life. Than just sit down here and just wondering and pondering. I don't want to die of old age waiting for this matter to finish. Please, by the Port of Spain Magistrate Court, up and down the Magistrate Court asking, looking for files, and the justice of the peace tell me they can't find it. They can't find it, they can't find it, they can't find it. I trying tooth and nail by any means necessary to get this push forward, and I have a gag order. I can't go to the media. I can't do nothing. I went police complaints. They say they can't help me until the case finish. I went professional standards bureau. They say they can't help me until the case finish. The time passed so long they can't go and investigate that now. They have to let the court do it. I went to the ombudsman. Same thing. I went to the media. The media said they can't do nothing because the case is finished. They can't talk. They can't publish it. I don't know what to do again. I really don't know what to do. And on top of that, the files are running up and down with a bus pass 2015, 2016. No files. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Light myself up in front of the Red House? Light myself up in front of the High Court? Light myself up in front of the Magistrate Court? That way taken for justice? I suffer a grave injustice. A grave injustice. I spent 5.5 years in jail for murder. I watched 3 homicide officers stab up her body 28 times and I sit down in jail for that. I watch a forensics expert put that the stab wounds that was added to the deceased body, I did it. It's not matching the DMO. What again they want to deliver me from this nightmare I live in?